Well, hello, hello. We are at Origins 2026, Origins Game Fair, and we is me, Matt Orff, Wet Ink Games, and Ahmed Suffety of various companies, currently here with MythWorks this year.
Yep.
But Ahmed, we're going to do a game in
Awesome.
15 minutes.
All right, let's do it.
So, the timer's already running for reasons, and here, we got stuff on the table.
Sweet.
What do you want to make a game about?
I don't know. I see this Origins ribbon,
Yeah.
and the first thing I thought of was like some kind of trail or a map or something that's like trail.
Like, oh,
yeah, like
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
We've got some kind of
Like a map thing.
tracker. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
like
that.
there's so many.
I don't know why I start with that. But
Well, no, that's the whole thing here.
so many trinkets here too.
There's like got lots of things.
Got
So-
the lanyard, this little alligator thing.
Obviously, like there's a way to get like a point crawl sort of situation. You take a deck of playing cards and you put it out, and then you've got like 4 suits to do like 4 different kinds of cards and numbers and values, and then like you're drawing the line. Actually, we've got this little stone here that's it's like almost could be like your is weighted enough that it could be your transition line thing. I mean, there is something there. There's something there.
Yeah.
Like if that's your
I almost want to use like the logos on it as like measurements of like if you're stretching. Like, let's say we got our stone weighted off, right?
Yeah.
And if we're moving things around, we've got like all play here, and then
Are we
something with the color change. I don't know.
Are we planning is it a route through an existing landscape, or is it a way to plan where something is going to be located?
I think it's an existing route, and that there are happenings along the route that change, like the cards change. Maybe it's like, and because like this is like not fluid, but like very malleable for the lanyard. Maybe it's like some kind of path that's ever changing. Like I don't know. I want to say like that, like a rainbow bridge kind of thing, but you don't know where it's going.
Okay. Talking about that kind of stuff makes me think maybe we should switch from the playing cards to the tarot cards.
Yeah.
Because they've got more of a esoteric sort of symbology to them or something. So maybe there's I'm thinking of it almost like a festival journey, like a traveling, not a traveling circus, but like
a rite of passage path or something like that.
Yeah, some sort of, I like that idea. So there's like, then you're this is the route, this is the route to adulthood through this whatever fantasy culture we're coming up with, and you get these different tags of, you've got to go through.
We lay out some random cards.
Okay.
And then we have this here, and the stones here. And I think we just kind of lift it up.
Yeah.
It didn't work quite how I wanted it to.
Well, no,
but it never does.
But what does it mean?
But I think that's like the random path. Oh yeah, no, that's a good call. So I think we have like the end of the lanyard is on the corner of the 7 of discs.
7 of discs.
Okay. It means failure.
Oh, you guys take offense if I occupy part of this area?
No, just don't hit my camera.
So I think that if we are using this as like a random generation thing, I want more variability somehow.
And I need the power is what it is.
And let's do this. Let's get a couple more cards out.
Okay.
And
I think we may not be able to rely on gravity. We may have to do kind of a
gravity.
back and forth intentional sort of thing. Maybe there's
what if we do a dice drop and then string this along?
Okay.
So we have like that, and then now we're gonna swing around that way. So we're coming this way across, looping around. We'll do another thing down here.
Oh, there's the goal. If we had a series, this is the The design. We have a series of stones, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So here's our landscape of journey and our events, right? So is it just a story? So if you set this up initially, is this the initial condition, or?
I think this is the initial setup. Yeah, the initial condition. We're gonna use these cards to tell a story, but I'm trying to think of our. I like the idea of the color change in the lanyard being something. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Yeah, so it kind of makes me think of there are stages, I guess, because there's three. There's like blue, yellow, blue.
Ooh, yeah.
So then there's like beginning, middle, end, or like you've got the call to action, the rejection of the call, and then the whatever, the coming back. The classic,
the classic hero's tale, and
so you've got some things that are like stages that way, or
I like that, especially that like our disc happened to be, or our card happened to be the 7 of discs, which represents failure.
Right in the middle of the yellow section of the band, so that is feel like that you're already developing a story there, right?
For sure.
So then, do the dice also mean something in terms of like?
I don't know. We got a lot of 6s and 4s.
We did get we got 6s and 4s. Like, would that be a list that we would do? Is that like additional prompts then of the 6 and the 4s?
Here's what we do. Because we rolled that, we're gonna go. So our first leg of our journey here
is fortune.
Takes us through up to fortune. Yeah. And I think that we have a 6 and a 4 that happen to land on the same card. So we're going to go 10 cards in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then flip that one. And that, between fortune and this card, what the Ace of Discs.
Ace of Discs. I mean, that's like.
Which I'm not. Yeah, you know what that represents?
Roughly is like the beginning of prosperity.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Like the potential of prosperity, the source of future worldly success.
So I think we have,
which really fits with fortune.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Especially at a young stage of the journey. Is it the whole life journey? Is this the young person's like promise of financial success, good fortune? Maybe that's too simple, but I think there's a resonance with that.
I think
the move that you made of
bringing it in and having it still be that rite of passage instead of a life. Because then there's so many events that happen in life, right? Where if we're doing these 3 tiers, I think it would be easy to stretch out fortune and prosperity across the first third of your life, or something like that, in a story sense.
Yeah.
So if you condense it down, let's say like our stone journey here to get to the end is that rite of passage. There's some kind of I want to say we need almost like a character or something that we are representing, and then we can tell that first leg of the story.
Yeah, I mean we've got some wooden pieces here we could use as markers. So
do we have more of these the whisper cards, or
just
no?
Just
the 2? All right. So we'll just happen to use. We want something randomly generated, I feel like, for our character, for something that's, let's do this. I always like doing this kind of stuff. We grab these punch outs. Like the idea of a bag draw.
Yeah.
I've been really working on something like that, so we'll see how that works. But, so then we bag draw, and we've got this flower.
Yeah, sort of circle.
And I think that is the representation of what we are going on this path for. Like now we have a purpose.
Okay, so that makes me think of like collecting a rare flower. Mm-hmm. This is a journey through there's a desire for scientific knowledge of some sort of like, the people who used to go collect the rare orchids and stuff like that out of swamps or whatever. There's something to that.
And I think if we're playing and not just designing, I would say something like, all right, this is our character who has been sent forth not only as a rite of passage, but to get this, and that's our collaborative storytelling element of that. Is, we have this character who wants to go out and gather this thing for their own rite of passage, kind of what they will use in the ceremony that makes them
You have to go collect your own
move to the next thing.
Your incense that you burn at the ascension
Ooh, I like
ceremony. You have to collect it, and that proves that you're able to find it either because you're that good of a tracker or that blessed or whatever. So I think there's an auspicious beginning here with the fortune card and the source of. It's like a good lead on this situation.
So if we had our character here, we started off. We've moved to fortune to find this incense to burn for our own ceremony. There's good fortune, prosperity for it. I think there's maybe that first leg of the journey is relatively simple and bountiful in its rewards.
Yeah. Cool. I think we should move on to the obvious forward. This is the setback. The setup, the setback, and then the overcoming. So
we're
6 cards deep.
We're 6 cards deep in this draw because we've got a 6 on that die that landed on there.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn 6, and draw 1, and we've got the interference, the 7 or the 8 of swords.
And it's on the failure card.
It's on the failure card.
Definitely, I think this is like the way that those two resonate. These almost painfully resonate the same.
I love that about tarot. It's just like it always happens, right? There's always something.
Right. So if it's going to be, we know it's a setback because it's the middle stage. It's on this failure sort of thing. I think there's maybe it's sort of a. What brings to mind with the 8 swords is like not just interference, but like a rival troop of people that is like either blocking the way or maybe this person is sort of impressed into like helping this other group that he runs or that they run across.
Let's do this. Let's say that first one was the incense that you need to gather for the thing. And we'll draw another of these tokens randomly. I've got a hexagon. Which throws a wrench in my 8 plan, I feel like.
But we do have 6, and this is a 7, and this is an 8. There's like a sequence of things happening here. Again, a random association.
For sure, but it's cool.
But what is the hexagon?
All right, so we have 6.
I think it's what it brings to mind to me is like the map of a fort. Like one of those like sort of earthen forts or whatever, erected for quick things. So that goes with the group of swords, have a fort. It's a setback because this person has been sort of like picked up and in whatever reason he's violated the rule. The character has violated the rules of whatever this land is, and he's sort of like,
excellent.
We're going to keep you in this fort.
There's like a trespassing aspect to it. So you've come, you've taken this thing that is not yours for your own ceremony, your own rites. You've been found out, and you have been held either captive or like a jail cell, like the square kind of not square, obviously hexagon. By these beings, these other rivals, and I guess we would use. So we have like on our last leg here, we happen to have 2 different cards that happen to have 2 different numbers for their draw. So I think we're going to use this first one, which is the Tower card, and it has a 4 on it for our resolution for this problem that we have. So let's burn 4, flip 1, and we've got the what does that say? Princess of Cups.
So it's going to be a young person who is social, perhaps mercurial, and like a bit duplicitous. All the cups are sort of like, you can't tell what's above the surface, what's below the surface kind of thing. But other decks call it the page. This deck calls it prince or princess, depending on the suit.
So we've got that. We've got a tower. Weirdly, we have like a princess in a tower.
Princess in a tower. We do have a princess in a tower.
And that again happens.
This is almost like presents itself as like a new goal, surpassing the original goal, like escaping from the fort, out on the person's own, and this becomes sort of like yes, this is my journey that I'm going through, but I'm also going to like resolve this situation of this. Because Princess in the Tower is almost always bad. I mean, we could do a positive Princess in the Tower, I guess, but usually that's another kept person sort of story.
See, I think it's this is the princess of that tower.
Oh,
you've been captured. You've been trespassed here, but gathering the flower for incense.
You've kind of proved maybe the escape here is to prove that you're not a trespasser. You're on this journey, and then they move you up the chain of command.
And we have this bag draw mechanic that has been adding to it, so let's not break that. So we have another a meeple.
A meeple. I think this is. I mean, I don't want to.
No, I mean we're telling the story. Yeah, we're both playing the game, right?
I mean, this I think emphasizes the princess part of this, where it's like because we were using this other meeple as like the hero,
so to speak.
Right, the hero of the story. So now we've got like a matchy situation about like
you were like drugged
the journey
to the tower in defense of like you were jailed and now you're here for trial, or some regard. And then sure enough, you see this meeple that is very similar to yourself.
Right. You unexpectedly
matched with.
You found.
And it's cool too is like this colored meeple has green, those teal tones in the card too.
Yeah.
Man, I love when tarot works like that. It's so cool.
So I didn't hear the timer beep, but I think we're probably at about 15 minutes. So
no worries. Yeah.
Let's we've told a story with these elements. 100%. So as a game designer, what do you like about anything that we did here? What is exciting you about this game that we've worked through?
I love the random elements that we've used together to create something out of it. We've taken this array of cards, we've taken a dice drop, and then we've taken a token draw and card draw.
Yeah, we got a lot of elements.
All of those elements, we are gathering. We've used the leg of the story in this lanyard to represent the path. Even like randomly so, there's a twist in the lanyard where the interference is too, which is cool. And I think that when you have those random elements and they work well together with creative minds, you get these creative stories and solutions. And I love the story of a game. That's really what pushes a lot of game design for me. I lean heavily towards RPGs, but it's a factor in anything that I make. Even if I'm playing a card game, it's got to have something extra to it. I'm the person that's like role playing my character in a board game or something like that too. I think that I really like the random elements that we've taken from different random generators, so to speak.
Yeah, it's a lot of random, but it does kind of work together.
Yeah.
All right. So second question, what would be the next thing you'd want to develop? We've played through one sort of version
iteration.
Of it. What would be the first thing that would be the highest priority for you to be like, if this is going to develop more, what would you want to start? What's the first thing to be developed next?
I think I would want to have, so like we happen to have 4 tokens. This is the punch out for it.
Right.
I think the tokens, they are bland compared to the cards, and I think I would want to have some kind of element to the tokens that that looks like a flower, but maybe colors or
more,
geometric shape, more obviously, but to kind of give them that aspect of tarot or of Dixit, where you can be interpreted in many different ways, and I like that.
I think the dice drop element too could be the similar sort of thing where you've got different size of die, and different maybe images on the die instead of numbers, so you just kind of go in that whole direction where everything is totally random and kind of
I like that.
brought together,
especially that they're we have a suited deck. I know that there's occasionally 6 suited decks out there.
You could really emphasize that. All right, so last question.
All right.
Should we work on this more? is there something here that is worth working on? And it doesn't have to be yes or no.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't have to be yes, but like, you know.
There's a lot of story generating card products out there, and that's I look at it from an entrepreneurial perspective too. Is like, is this something that's viable?
Right.
Because if it's fun, cool. Yeah, we can play it.
Yeah.
I'll make a little ashcan copy and we'll play it everywhere, or something like that, right? But if it's something that somebody else would be interested in, that's the next step. As far as like continuing. Would I continue on this? Maybe I would, use some kind of supplement of those card games that exist, that are those card world building, card storytelling tools out there. But I do like the extra elements that we've added, and I'm a big fan of random, because I think it just tells cool stories, and when like things click, like how many moments where we're like, oh, because that's perfect, because that matches, or and those are the moments that really tell a story, and people get really excited about it.
It's a written story based upon cards drawn from this deck.
Oh, awesome!
Take that to
Yeah.
All right.
Check
so
that out.
While we close out,
Tell
the audience where they can find more from you. If they want to see more of your games that you designed in more than 15 minutes.
Yes. So more than 15 minutes. You can find all my stuff at Suffety.com. That's my last name. And there you can find all of my games, supplements for Mothership and Pirate Board. You can find Tales from the Tape Deck, which is my and Jay Yamil's original mixtape RPG using music. And then also all my woodworks and stuff that I do that too. So like dice trays and all that. Pens and pencils,
Awesome.
And and then I'm at cons all the time with all kinds of groups like Mythworks and Limithron and Imagining Games, and basically anybody that I can have some kind of relationship with design or writing with. I want to showcase and represent those things where I'm in front of all these awesome people. So.
All right, well, thanks again for game jamming with me, and stay tuned for more game jams from Origins 2026.
Cool.